Hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox Chair, on the show this evening as the one and only Southside and the legend. Yes, the legend that is Big Stevie. Evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Ox. Good to be on a Wednesday night with my Big China, Big Stevie. Good evening to everyone listening in this evening, and good evening to everyone on our YouTube channel.
Good evening to you two boys. Good evening to the techie team. And welcome to the big station, serving the nation. Yes, it's Dream Team Wednesday, sponsored by Go Bathrooms. We're friends for all your toilet needs. Welcome, troops.
Go Bathrooms outside. Any sleep you want, as long as it's red, white and blue.
That's it, Go Bathrooms, why no? Since he's started already, aye, he's Big China.
Please do some job, that's what I'm going to tell you. Just ask Alec for wishing a loyal caller. Just ask him. Get it done. Get it. You don't make sense, folks. What can't speak, can't lie.
I go to the bathroom quite a lot. What about you, Southside?
I go quite regular now again. Especially after a few beers.
Right, we're all happy. We're all happy. Right, who wants to start? Southside, and then Stevie.
Okay, it's always sick, right?
Well, you know the rules, Stevie. Come on, calm down. You know the script.
You always go to the oldest man first, Stevie. Come on.
Best till last, big man. Come on, you should know the script. Aye, no, good performance in spells, mate. Just didn't deliver in the goals as quickly as we thought we would after the start. Missed a few chances, but dominated majority of the game. And for them to score just before half time was a bit of a shocker. I think that was their second shot at goal, I think, in the whole first half. But there was some good passing moves, good movement. Just didn't capitalise for when we got the first goal. But end of the day, mate, the result was the most important thing, and that's what we got.
Aye, you're right, mate. You're right. You can pick holes in a lot of things and praise a lot of things, but ultimately 3 points, Stevie.
Yep. I mean, I thought there were some great passages of play. I thought the tempo was good. I've got to say, I loved the flags at the start of the game to get us all hyped up. Choice making a wee bit. Some of our choice making a couple of times. Matondo could maybe have squared that a couple of times, just wee bits and bobs. But I couldn't believe Ox when we got a great goal. The wee man tucked it away well. McCausland, Matondo done well initially to get the ball, and he puts it out to the wee man. The wee man has his shot, and of course Matondo puts it in the pokey. I'm thinking, right, let's crack on for here. And then I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I know we're going to critique things that happen, but to begin at half time, one each, I was going, how did he manage that? They were doing the part twice. Unbelievable, man. But anyway. Aye.
I don't even think it was a pass. I think it was just a hoof up the park, mate. Yeah.
It was a hoof up the park, and of course, big goals, and I think it caught at the wrong side of the boy to start at me. But I've watched it hour and hour again, Ox. I don't know if you've done it again. I've slowed it down and looked at it, and I'm telling you, Miovski's got a full Honfey of Golson's jersey, and he's holding him out. That's how Golson couldn't get round to get him. He had a full Honfey's jersey, and if you watch it again, how does Varno see that? No, how does Varno pick up these things if I can see it? Look, that's what it is.
Half of the pitch, mate.
It was something like the goal at Petodre. It was a heat flick on, and he went right onto it. You know, I know there was the heat flick there, but it was very much something similar. But you're going back yourself, how can they be getting in at half time? We've played some fantastic stuff here.
So we started well, we moved the ball and we got the goal. I think, if I'm being honest, Southside, if our goalie would have done that, I wouldn't have been pleased, but it was still a good finish with Matondo.
Aye, it was a good finish. He looks a bit ropey, he doesn't seem to want to catch it, and he always wants to parry or sort of punched into that goalie that they've got. But it was a good finish. For him, McCausland coming inside, the boy slipped, sort of helped him, but it was a decent effort that made the goalie make the save, and Matondo was there, which we'd been critical before in the past there, sort of wide players not getting themselves in the box and looking for a rebound or anything falling towards them, so it was a good finish for him, mate.
What I would say is, after that, I think we played our best football of the season in this spell. Stevie?
Aye, but in spells we did, aye. I thought so. I thought the tempo was great. There was some nice interchanging, one-touch stuff, bump, and down the park. Honestly, I thought we were streaks ahead of them, you know. As I said, I'm just a bit like, oh, and by the way, before I forget, I'd like to ask the Union Bells for my napkin back. See the size of that Union Jack boys I've got? It's a belter, isn't it? A big fucking belter. But anyway, for me, definitely, Bells, some good football, best tempo I've seen in a wee while. And I thought, we're going to go here, we're going to crack on. But it just wasn't to be.
Aye, I think the big moments outside was a bit that Stevie mentioned. When Matondo got away from him, he cut in. He's got two choices. He's got to shoot, see where that takes him, or he's got to slip it to Dessers. And that was a big moment because that could have made it 2-0, yeah?
Aye, 100%, Ox. I just thought he shoots. You know, he picks his side, either goes into the far corner or he goes near post, maybe try and sell a goalie, but I just thought he just had to hit it. He got the space and he got that yard in the box, and then I've watched it back because it looked like it looks like it hits his toe on his left foot and the ball moves slightly, and then he goes to shoot, but that time he's shut down with the player. But aye, that changes the game dramatically. Ox, we were well on top at that time. When if that goal goes in, we go 2-0 up. It's probably going to be a matter of how many, I thought. But I thought we dominated it, like we said, with lovely passages of play. But we should have probably hit them for at least 2 or 3 in that first half, because it doesn't matter how much possession you've got and how much you're dominating the game. It just shows you that we're in half-time level. You know, and that's how it's critical that we've got to get that second goal and then push on for there, especially at Ibrox, mate.
If I'm being critical about the football we played, and it was fast and we were getting it wide, some of our crossing wasn't get past the first man. We weren't making the right decisions, Stevie. And we couldn't blame Dessers for the finishing that, because if we're being honest, we weren't just getting that final ball through. It was, that's where we were letting ourselves down. We were the piece, but the football and getting it back and the harrying and passing and movement and pulling that team all over the park, which you saw later on in the day, the game took a toll on them. You know, so we played well, and I thought Lundstrom, Cantwell and Lawrence were instrumental in that, Stevie.
Aye. Listen, you're totally right. We played some lovely stuff till we get round about the box, and then a wee bit of choice making. Just a wee bit of choice making. Sometimes we should make a pass, sometimes we should shoot. We just need to get that wee bit right now and again. But Cantwell and Looney, for me, were very instrumental in doing it. And for me, I've got to say, I know I said that, and I know we've been arguing about Big Lundstrom. Should he get a contract? Should he no? I was in the no at first side of things there. But I've got to say, the big man was my man of the match last night, and he's come on leaps and bounds. The last, let's be honest, it's more than a dozen games now. The big man's given us everything. And on that form this season, I would give him a contract, a 2-year contract, nothing more than 24 months.
Southside.
A 2-year contract just puts you roughly back into where you are, Stevie. You know, he'll play one more season in, and then he's got a year left. You know, listen, he's playing well. I'm not going to take it away from him. You can see a difference in him. Probably due because he knows what Clermont wants, and it's instruction to all the players. So, as I said earlier, a lot of them that weren't really on form, some were all right at the start of the season. You'd expect to be playing sort of at a level at Taverner and Golson when he was in the team and that. But generally, his play he's upped his game dramatically. But I don't know whether he'll get a contract, Stevie. I don't think he will, to be honest.
Your man of the match?
I thought Cantwell had a good game, and probably like slightly gave him it because he scored the winning goal.
Okay.
I don't disagree with either. It's me and Albert went for the two of them last night, mate. I think Cantwell was excellent. I think Lundstrom was excellent. I thought Lawrence was fair, you know, just behind him, and obviously they're instrumental. Lawrence tired. There was good performances all over the pitch. Young McCausland, you can see the ability the boy's got when he's pulling it down. He's trying to go at people. but he's still learning his trade, Southside.
But aye, the wee man shows no fear, to be honest, and he's come on really leaps and bounds for when he's first come in. And you've got to remember, just a matter of 6 months ago, probably just less than that, but he was playing B team football. It's a massive step up. He's playing in Europe. He's playing week in, week out at a higher level. He's playing out of position as well to get a game in the team. So I think he's got great ability. It's just about nurturing him. He will make mistakes. He will tire. He maybe go off a form. I think you're right. Exactly. All the players in that squad have, mate. Every one of them at a time have all done the same.
No, everybody can be like me, you, and Stevie and get through life with not making any mistakes. You know.
I know. It's a hard thing for people to do in it. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. It's he's come on and I think he's got a good understanding now with Tav at times as well. I think they're starting to link up well together. But I think he'll probably come out the team for a wee bit here and there, and that boy Cortez will come in, and it'll give him a wee break, because he will need it. It's a lot of games he's played in a short space of time for B team games right into the first team.
Okay, so we played well, and then they get a goal enough, and then you come, Stevie, and you get.
You're talking about McCausland. Look what the boy's done in the last 6 months. He's got a medal in his back pocket. He's got Europa League experience. There's every chance that he's going to end up in a semi-final. You know, he's in the last 32 of the Europa League, so he's got a great chance of getting to a semi-final of the Europa League.
Last 16, mate.
Aye, well, there you go. And he's also became a Northern Ireland internationalist. So you think in that 6 months that that boy's done, Europa League experience, he's won a cup, he's got it in his back bin, he's helped our team massively, and he's became a Northern Ireland international. Now, what age is the boy? 21, 22?
I think he's 20 coming up for 21, I think.
He's still learning his trade, Ox, as you say. And I'll tell you now, I'm hoping myself anyway, I'm putting this down for a treble, but can you imagine if we won the treble, what the value of that boy, anybody coming in for him at that age, being an internationalist, having won 3 trophies or whatever, and that he's just the age he is. You're talking megadough for a young star like that, mate. He is very valuable to our team, but he's helped our team first and foremost, and he's got a lot to learn, but he's doing well for us, man.
I don't want to go anywhere. I just want him to learn his trade. He'll learn every game he plays. I think he's definitely got ability, you know. I don't think he was the best player by a distance last night on the pitch, but he's learning, and you can see that he's got attributes, and he'll get stronger, Southside. You know, and you couple that with Matondo's raw pace, that even if he doesn't get involved, his pace, his team's problems, doesn't it?
Aye, it certainly does. He's got an eye for a pass, the wee man, and like I say, he's hanging out the touchline. Sometimes he comes in, it's probably let Tav try and run by him, but I think they've got a good understanding together. I think maybe in time, he'll maybe feature more in the middle of the park somewhere for Rangers in the future. But now he'll do a job out there, and he's doing all right. Oxman, massive step up from, but he's got good ability, he's got good awareness. He's tracking back, he's got a lot better. He seems to work a bit harder back for the team. He knows his role. And I just think, well, we've got him. He's a young boy, he's come out of the academy, and he will make mistakes, and he will get caught out and stuff, as we've seen already. And it's all part of learning. But you always get that wee bit of grace, I think. You should give them a wee bit because they're young boys, and it's a big, massive thing to come in and play, especially against Aberdeen, as we know how physical that is as well. You're playing at Ibrox in that atmosphere last night. Again, I sampled atmospheres at Ibrox and Hampden in the final, but it's still all new to him, and it's how he copes on the day. And you just hope that when they turn out, we hope for 11 players to play on their game on the night. And he wasn't exactly brilliant, but he wasn't exactly bad either. No, and I thought he contributed quite well in spells of the game and done well for us.
The manager left him on for 90 minutes. So, Stevie, you're right. Everybody's like, how did that happen? 1 each. We started the second half, and then they came into it for the first couple of minutes. We got a football in the game, and then it was a defence against attack, Stevie. Yeah?
Aye. Aye, it was. Yep, you're totally right. And I'm going to say something else. See, for the kick after the second half, up to when we scored, I couldn't even eat my second pie. Honestly, I was a nervous wreck. I've not been like that for a...
I'm not having that.
I'm telling you right now, one of the ones jackets that fit us all, would have got that after the game. It was still lying there. It wasn't even out the tin foil. I couldn't eat it. I was that nervous. Telling you, Stephen Cantwell get that goal. It was just relief up where I was anyway. You know, it was just total relief. Because we've fought and fought, and maybe get where we are, and you're just going, please don't let us get a draw against this mob, you know what I mean? But I was very nervous. But aye, second half, you know, we come out again, we've got to tap our hands again, you know, and you're going, come on, man, when are we going to get... But no, the one thing, Ox, that was really, really getting to me, well, we're starting to do that ball in the middle, out to the left, ball in the middle, out to the right, and we weren't going direct again. I mean, sometimes you've got to try and get through the middle, and I was losing the plot with that a wee bit last night, but I think it was just nerves. Bit of that pie coming back, Mira.
Repeating. I get it. I get the frustration was building, and then we had opportunities because we didn't. The goalie wasn't making a lot of saves. He made one good save for Lawrence because it came through a lot of legs southside. It wasn't a brilliant save, but it was a decent save.
The one he kicked away with his legs, aye.
Aye. We weren't peppering the goal, but we were peppering the 18-yard box, and we were just making the wrong decision, maybe just not getting it right, but we're still, then we were going and winning the ball back really quickly and getting back to where we started. But you always felt a goal was coming, but you're in the back of your mind, you're thinking, oh, one long kick up the park here, and this could go Pete Tong, you know. But then we get the goal, Silver comes on, he's trying to bustle a wee bit, the ball breaks to Lawrence, Southside. He hit that ball hard, didn't he, Lawrence?
Aye, it was a good strike. Sort of was swerving sort of slightly away for the goalkeeper when he sort of outstretched and sort of palmed it out. But it was certainly a good strike, something we don't do a lot of. And that's the thing, and he's got that in his locker, as we've said on here before. If we could get him in the team, it's something that he can do, shoot foot side the box. And it was a good shot, and it was good to see Cantwell follow it up, mate. You know, and he was, like you said, the shot before it as well for the corner when it sort of broke, and the goalie kicked it away with his legs as well. So in that short space of time, the two efforts that he had, he was unlucky that he didn't actually score with the two of them, but it led to Cantwell getting us that goal. I was thinking along what you were saying. I was getting a bit edgy and thinking we're not creating a lot of chances here. We've had that one there and that, and you're thinking we've got all the ball, we're dominant. I was just thinking we'd need to start hitting the target more, test that goalkeeper. But I wasn't worried about them getting up the park or anything like that, to be honest, Ox, either, because we were dominating the game at that time, you know. But listen, at the end of the day, it was a hard game. We done it with 10 men at the end, and we got the 3 points in the bag, and that's what really mattered. And yeah, and as you said, Stevie, crowd were excellent last night. The fans were brilliant in the stadium. You know, place was bouncing, even in the last 10, 15 minutes. But Union Bells were singing throughout the game, and even the Copeland Road gave us a song. You know, so can't you complain, can you?
The players were a few times last night calling that to the crowd, come on. I don't know if you noticed that, Southside. 2 or 3 different players were giving it that to the crowd, come on.
Aye.
I think they knew within themselves, we're going to beat them.
Just watch. I think, Stevie, you need to watch. He lost his court case today, Gary Glitter, so you can't say, come on, carry on.
Big Suter was giving it to the Union Bells. He was going potty when we scored the first goal and all. You know, I think early on they were all hyped up, you know, the players and all. I think they knew. But Big Suter was going mental in front of the UB, Steve, you know, when Matondo scored the first goal.
Oh, brilliant. I've got to say, absolutely fantastic. The crowd were excellent last night. And at the end, I mean, normally you've got your underground loyal, you know, and everybody was still there, mate. It was mobbed at the end, and rightly so. The team deserved it. They've put a lot. Listen, it's just, I can't believe they turned around in that team. If that's
I'm going to come to that, but
right,
listen, what I want to ask you, Stevie, because I know where you sit, you know, obviously me and Southside in the deer seats, and you're not, right? So,
don't say the Masonic seats.
no, I don't know this year. It's terrible, isn't it, Southside, isn't it?
It's a bit harsh, that.
Aye. Just for everyone and anyone. So they had the shot. Steve, you must have got a good few of Cantwell's finish, because that wasn't easy neither. There were similarities in Matondo, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You there?
I am here, aye.
Aye, Cantwell, good finish.
Aye, didn't he? Aye. Oh, 100%. Matondo's finish. You've got to say, the wee man's... Look, I thought he was took off a wee bit too early last night. I would have given him another 10 minutes. I really thought he would have got a wee bit of change. That boy was tired. The boy, what do you call the Aberdeen player who signed for Livingston?
Devlin.
Aye, he was tired. He was starting to tire, and I thought if we kept Matondo on 10 minutes better, I thought we might have got more change out of him, you know. But aye, Matondo's doing all right for
Back
us.
to Cantwell's finish, mate. Cantwell's finish.
Cantwell,
Aye.
that's what, 3 goals in 3 games?
Aye. You must have got a good view of that, so was it a good finish?
Oh, 100%. Aye, just...
That was hard work Southside, wasn't it?
I just put...
He got there eventually.
Aye, Cantwell.
Is this the ganging up on eh? Is this the Masonic stuff,
Take a bit of they go bathrooms, earbuds out and listen. Right, so we get the goal and we're still playing well. We made substitutions. Big Sterling's running about. He's first to everything. By the way, there should have been a sender off before Sterling goes off. The boy gets booked. Albert felt it was a red card. I've not seen it back. I never watched it again, but last night or the day. But my initial thoughts were he didn't lead his arm. His arm was there. I didn't think it was a red. That's my opinion. So he gets booked, and then he did a deliberate foul in the middle of the park. Advantage should have been played. It should have been pulled back. And it's been a second yellow card. Southside.
Aye, you heard the crowd. Everybody in the stadium sort of roared and all when he made the foul. But he played on, and then probably we held the ball too long. We had the ball for ages, but he should have went back and done it because it was blatant. But you know he did. He obviously didn't want to. Who was it? Don Robertson, is it? Was it him? I'm not sure. But listen, it was a second bootable offence, mate. I'm not sure in the one on Connor Golson, to be honest. I've not really seen it back. Just seen it at the time. When he was doing for a wee bit, and I thought maybe it looked, but I don't even know if I looked at it. Maybe been at the game, so. But no, and Shinnie was at it all night and all. He was getting in my goat and all, constantly in the referee's ear.
There they go, coming in there.
I've got a disagreement with Mr. Fox. I think you can play the advantage, but you can still go back to original offence.
Aye, but we had the ball for quite a bit at that time, didn't we? No, the play went on for quite a bit. But you thought when eventually it broke, whatever happened, I can't remember if we'd a shot at goal or whatever happened, but when the ball went out the park or whatever and the play was stopped, that was his time to go back and book him. And he chose not to, which you'd expect, wouldn't you?
Aye, so listen, that's a moment that happened. So we're still playing well, and then Big Sterling, the pace he showed in the short time he was on, getting to the ball, and you can see he's a wee bit more comfortable in that position than he was originally. He comes along, and again, it's only my first reaction to it, and I have watched it back since last night. My initial reaction when I saw the film, I went, oh no. So I thought, oh, he's going off. Then when you've seen the replay, Stevie, it's different altogether, isn't it?
Look, how I judge these things is if that was the opposite way about it, it was one of your players that get put up there, what would I have been looking for? And I probably would have said the first initial thoughts, just the same as you're talking, just give me 2 seconds, right? Golson, I initially thought that was a red card. See, when I watched it back again, I can only agree with you. I thought it was a yellow, right? Now, on the Big Sterling one, I thought Wow, he's huffed him in two. He's put him right up there. But again, when I've looked at it back, I'm not. I mean, he touches the boy's toe. You know, I think it looks worse in normal time. But see when you slow it down and look at it, now I don't know, Ox. I really don't know. I don't know, but I was surprised. I thought when the referee was called out of VAR that it was going to go. Normally that means he'll overturn it, but he didn't. He stuck by his decision. Of course he would. It's Don Robertson. I thought he was the shocker. You there?
I see it back south side. I thought it'd be overturned, but it wasn't. Yeah.
In fact, it was interesting because when he says to it, you go and look at VAR. When he gave the red card, you'd think, right, VAR looks at it and it's probably in agreement with him. But they obviously weren't in agreement with him. So they told him to go and look at it again. And he stuck to his decision. If he'd gave a yellow card, then I'm wondering if VAR would have told him to go and look at it. But it was strange for me that VAR asked him to go and look at it. So for me, I'm thinking whoever was in the VAR room were thinking that's potentially maybe no a red card. Because otherwise they would just have looked at him and went, he gave a red card, no bother, I'm not even bother asking him to go and look at the monitor. The one thing I do agree on, although it didn't go my way, Ox, and normally I don't know if that ever really happens that much. A few times in games, but in our games I've not seen many a red card, and I can think of where the ref went and looked at the monitor, but the fact that he did, as I've always said on here, if somebody's going to make the decision, then it should be the referee. So they told him to go and look at it, and he stuck by his decision. I think it's worth a try and an appeal. Whether we get it or no, I don't know.
Aye.
Rangers have appealed it, mate. It's a puzzle.
Aye, I know they've appealed it. But whether we get it or no is a different story, innit?
I suppose, listen, that was a major... Up until the incidents late on in the game, the referee wasn't involved in anything. I mean, I don't think anybody been booked. You know, and it wasn't a tousy game, and then they took the decisions at the end. Then, after the sending off, we lost for shape for a wee while, but we should have scored a third goal. And Big Silver, who I thought was excellent on the night, had a chance to make it 3, just to hit the targets, Stevie.
Aye. I thought the big man came on and played well. Mate, there was one bit of play where he ran back and he tackled the Aberdeen player, he won the ball, and then he made a brilliant wee shuffle through, and then the boy pulled him down, and it was absolutely fantastic. And the crowd, I really appreciated him, the way, the determination of him running back, winning the ball and beating the Aberdeen players. It was absolutely brilliant, mate. But he's looking a really good player for us, so he is. He's looking to be... He's getting up to pace. You can see his pace getting better and reading the game better. And I think he's going to be a big player for us going forward.
I enjoyed what I seen from him last night, Stevie and Southside.
Aye, I think he's good movement. I thought when he came on, he worked his socks off, to be honest. I thought he really grafted for the team. And it led to sort of winning goal because he sort of, when Lawrence let the ball run across him, he took it and he tried to go in between two players, but he was going forward and committing them. Stevie, as we were saying earlier, the ball was going out wide in that, whereas he tried to go through between them, and the ball spun up and broke to Lawrence, who hit the shot. Right. But I thought he was lively. I thought he put a lot of hard work in. I thought that bit of skill you talked about was excellent. I thought he was a right handful for them, and I think you could see the difference in him since we watched him at Dumbarton, just on fitness and sort of movement. But he's looking as if he's getting a bit sharper again. And just talking about him, I don't know if any of you two noticed it, but I thought Dessers looked actually a little bit fitter and slimmer last night. I don't know if you thought that, but he looked a wee bit slimmer and all, to be honest.
I've noticed his pace. He's getting better pace. He's doing more running, that's for sure. So I noticed that he is fitter. But as far as looking at him slim-wise, I never really caught on to that. But he is looking a lot fitter. I've got to say he's chasing things down. He's running. He's trying to do the dirty side of the game a wee bit better. So he is Southside. So aye, you're right on that, I think, about the big one.
Right, so the game petered out. We were a wee bit 6s and 7s for a minute, but the game petered out. Great 3 points. It was all mattered. Yeah, we would have liked to have scored more goals if we're picky. I think Southside and Stevie have awarded to the man of match to Cantwell and Lundstrom again, similar to last night. So if that's it, we better get these phone lines open, gentlemen, huh?
Yep. What's on?
Aye, get in, talk to us. Nothing else on the night is on a Wednesday, so go in here and we'll talk about Rangers and how good it is. We're in this chase, man. We're right over the top of them. No? So go in here and tell us how you feel.
Yep. Phone
Yeah.
number 7 and Nation.
Who we sponsored by, Stevie?
Go bathrooms.
Sponsored. Who's he plugging on night?
Who's he tapping up, you mean, Southside?
Here, I don't mind if a big one can come up with tickets, he can say it all he wants. I'll keep saying that off for him. Don't worry about
Hey, never reveal your sources. But anyway, go bathrooms.
Just look at the laughing pants. They started in 1972. Oh dear. Right, we better get these phone lines open, then you can come in, Stevie. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Big Blondie. Brilliant.
Right, okay. So we're pleased then. We're in a good place. Right, I'm going to ask you a serious question, yeah? You know, the vast majority of that team on the park were involved in the last time we played Aberdeen. And the vast majority of people were in the stadium would have been there the last time we played Aberdeen at Ibrox. It was night and day, wasn't it? Night and day, the tempo, the way we looked as a team, the atmosphere in the stadium. If that shows you, just that one game compared to October has shown you how far we've come and we made the right call. Stevie.
Oh, down to Big Phil, innit? So down to your manager. He's made these guys fling an arm around these boys and made them believe. And let's be honest, they're buying into it. They're all fighting for each other. They're fighting for him. They're playing for him. And as you rightly say, it's night and day what's happened. And it's all down to our manager, what he's done. Absolutely fantastic. And the biggest accolade that man will get after Rangers fans is Phil Clement's Blue and White Army. Now, we all know that was Walter's tune. And for the fans to give him that particular wee ditty, that just tells you what we all think of the man.
Southside.
Aye, he's come in, he's got a presence, he's got an aura, he's successful, he's a proper manager, and he's put an arm around the players as in man management, but I think he's laid down the law and what he wants. He's brought tactics, he's brought a style, and he's a captain of your ship, and he's leading it by example, mate. And he's getting a response out of these players. And the way he talks and the way he's been talking in the last few weeks about the story and building it and how no player will play in that team unless they're showing it in training. And it's proven results on the part. And when players see clarity and a vision and they see how it works and they buy into it as they have been and they're carrying it out and they see they get results for it, then they're always going to go with it. But I think he's got a fear factor in them as well. But I think he's likeable, and I think these players are playing for him, mate, to be honest. I think they're actually, you can see they're playing for him, you
know. Aye. I think it'll be a simple message. It'll be clarity in his training and get, and all the maybe respect. He's earned the respect and go that back. Some people might argue, Stevie, that the players should have been doing some of this stuff before. But the form and the team just looks completely different, doesn't it? You've got to be honest, Stevie.
Aye, it's just like they were on their hands and knees with Beale. I don't think the players got what Beale was trying to do. And the place was, the dressing room must have been as flat as a pancake. Like, you can see the fight. I mean, that boy coming back, the boy De Silva coming running back, fighting to get the ball. You could see the fight in them. You could see they were up for it last night. If that's Michael Beale's team, we're not winning that game last night. We went a man down, and you could see the fight in the team to be determined to keep that ball out the net. And I don't think a Michael Beale's team would have got through that game last night. It's just amazing what he's done. His man management skills must be absolutely out of this world. He's given every one of them a lift, and it's unreal. You can see it. They're playing for him, as my wingman says. They're playing for him big time.
Aye, man, I'm enjoying it. I think we'll get better. The two new players come on and made cameos. Obviously, Cortez made his debut at the weekend. We saw Diano. I hope I pronounced that right. But he came on. Wasn't too involved because the game changed a wee bit with the sending off. But again, the manager got it right, blooded them in. They pressure on them. I know they're playing in a big game, but when we see a bit many of them against Dale United, then you never know a bit many of them against Ross County, and then they'll be good to go. So hopefully we'll get two assets on my hand there, Southside.
Aye, it's just getting game time, and probably the cup game on Saturday's a good time to get some more minutes into certain players that he sees fit to get it into. So we want to carry a fit squad. Raskin needs to get probably more minutes in him as well. We know featuring coming back for injury. So aye, you want to get as many in as you can without overstepping it. But Sarah United, and I'm sure he'll put the right number in, take the right number out, just to get minutes into them. And obviously the boy in the wing and maybe Dimandy, I know, might get a good wee bit of time, more than they got the other night. So aye, it's just about getting him and the minutes into the players, mate. And I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Aye, I get it, mate. So that was good to see them, Stevie. You know, it was good to see the new players. What I want to ask you three, I mean, the positivity coming out of Clermont's side, when you get Lawrence and Cantwell there in the middle of the park, you know, who both can make things happen. They're not just guys that are, you know, ball winners, if you like. And then obviously John Lundstrom's made passes in the last few weeks that he hasn't done consistently for us. So the midfield with that formation, with the personnel, is creative, Stevie.
Aye. As you said there, Big Looney's played a couple of magnificent boys, a couple of worldies through to these players for to tuck away. You know, the midfields, they've gone forward more instead of sideways and back. I don't know if people are clocking onto that, but they're going forward more. So they are. And Cantwell, what can we say now about Cantwell and Looney? Lundstrom, he can't. Who's going to take the jersey off them now, let's be honest? They're playing great. They're going to be main starters in your team now, aren't they? And your midfield. And the boy Raskin is going to have to fight his way into that midfield.
Oh, that's a good point. And I think, if I'm being honest, what I've seen with Raskin, he's a harrier buster, good at reading the game to get the ball back, but he can't pass it like Lawrence and Cantwell. You know, I don't know what you think. So said I'm not being critical of the boy.
Nah, he's a different type of player for Tom Lawrence. Tom Lawrence sitting a wee bit deeper, can maybe go and link the play in that, and like you say, he's got a good shot in him. Raskin, I think, probably he's been forward and he has had a few shots, scored the odd goal. He's just been back for injury, and the one thing that we know that lets Nico Raskin down quite a bit is his passing. Could be because he's trying to get the ball forward quickly, but he's a terrier. He gets about the park, he'll go into tackles. You've seen that side of him. He just has to polish up passing and probably get up the park more, and if he's not playing the deep role, to try and contribute.
What did you say was?
What do you mean?
What kind of duck?
That's what they mentioned. I said, would I say a terrier?
Oh, that's what you said. Something else. Carry on.
You've lost me with that, but you know what I'm saying. I was going to say something else there, I'll not do. But no, listen, that's the type of player Raskin is. You know, you'll not get that for Tom Orange. You want him to go and play B1-2s, he gets on the ball. He's not going to crush into tackles or anything like Raskin will do in that position. You're talking slightly different players playing in that position, but Raskin at the moment suits Ox, and he has to fight to get back in.
It's not a bad thing, Stevie, is it?
No, definitely not. When you've all, well, that's the whole idea of it. Competition in the midfield's healthy. Just the same as I was talking to a boy last night about Radvan and Bonner. The competition there, Bonner's going to have to fight to get that tap off of me, man. You know, I know they've been getting spells and minutes in their legs. He's kept the two of them, you know, getting the minutes into their legs. But I just think at the minute the wee man's really doing more than Bonner. I think the jerseys be Radvan's. We postman Pat, be Radvan.
On for him, he's in the team. I think that's fair. Stevie, I'm being honest, yeah. I thought Big Suter done well bringing the ball in. I don't know if you noticed the one in the first half when he ran through and he continued his run into the box. He was scared to get the ball to go back in. So he said that was pretty good where you sit, yeah.
Aye, no, he did. Space opened up for him and he managed to go and do what we wanted him to do, but if centre backs get that bit of space. So it was good to see him do it. Ox. Thought he'd no a bad game. Thought he worked all right. Thinking maybe, I think he might keep his place this week against Ayr United. Maybe one of the type of players that need a bit more game time. Don't know if you'd agree with that, but I think he might be one that might start against Ayr United, just continue playing, because there will be a few rested, I think. But aye, it was good to see him stride forward. Big Ballion done it a couple of times when he was in the team, didn't he? We won away at Dundee and that. So if the space is there, maybe want our centre halves to sort of drive forward. That's what you're looking for, especially at Ibrox.
Yeah.
You know, me last night, Ox. You know what frustrated me last night? The amount of corners we get and we do nothing with them. There's nobody getting on the end. It's either hit too hard or it's not getting by the first man, and the odd one goes in the middle and it just gets cleared. We need to be a wee bit more deadly for corner kicks. How many corner kicks did we get last night?
I'll check it out. Give me 2 minutes, mate, yeah.
Aye, it's unreal. We should be a wee bit more dangerous with corner kicks. I mean, as I said, you get the first cut will never get by the first man, and then when they do swing the ball, it goes by everybody, and then the odd one goes in where it should be, and there's nobody there. And you're saying to yourself, come on, man. We need somebody.
13 corners, mate.
Many?
13.
13 corners. And can anybody tell me any one of these 13 corners where we look dangerous? I don't think we were. At any of them. Nothing.
There's the only one was Radvan crossed one in the second half, which led to the shot for Tom Lawrence when it sort of broke out. But we didn't win the ball. We challenged. And I agree with you, Stevie. It's poor. Our set pieces is poor. It's for corner kicks. I mean, you should look to score at least maybe, I don't know, you could say 10 times for set pieces. And even if you had to say over the first quarter of a season, you should be looking dangerous for set pieces. But Conor Golson doesn't really attack the ball that well at corner kicks. We had a set piece that we used when Gerrard was there. I remember he was standing at the edge of the 18-yard box and we'd float it in towards the penalty spot and he'd flick it. We'd done that one. And we had the one when Aribo used to go front post and he'd flick it on. But we've been poor at the moment, I think. We're just lumping balls in and hoping that somebody's going to go on the end of it, I think. We don't seem to have any variation, even to the edge of the box or anything to the back post, try to header it across or whatever. It's looked pretty poor at the moment. But see, at the end of the day, as long as we're winning, it doesn't matter. It's things that can be worked on, I suppose, Box.
Aye. I prefer the in-swinger to the out-swinger, if I'm honest, Stevie.
Aye, I agree. The thing is, Ox, we've got Desert's big guy, you've got Golson, and you've got Shooter there. With 13 corners, not one of them won any of these 13 corners. Come on, man. We need a wee bit more. We need to do a wee bit more. I totally agree with Southside. The set pieces were woeful. We need to start. We've got the best training facilities there in Europe. We need to start, and a manager that knows what he's doing. It's either a wee bit of lack of Costa del Sol's, or it's I just don't know. No, I just think it is a lack of Costa del Sol's, because 13 corners, you've got these 3 players I mentioned, and I can't even mind one of them getting on the end of one of them.
I think there was one at the back post in the first half, the second half. It came in, it was a Tav corner. Ridvan, if I'm being honest, Southside, there was a couple he never got in. It didn't get by the first man.
I know. Same with Tav and all. A couple of good deliveries, 1 or 2 of his were pretty poor as well, to be honest. And I think Albert mentioned him today, he's sick of it and all, wants other players to take corner kicks. But I think in swingers are better than the out swingers, as we agreed, for the corner set pieces. But aye, it's things, even free kicks. Some free kicks, I mean, that one that Ridvan ballooned into Rose Ed, right? Fine, he had a go, I don't mind, but surely you could have maybe tried to look that we could have worked something off the training ground for there. You know, where you might have looked to have worked something. If it doesn't come off, fine, but at least you could go, well, we tried something, rather than just think, well, it's either going to be Tav, it's going to shoot here, or it might be Ridvan. You know, you knew it was coming. And I think maybe that's down to the set piece coaches and stuff, whoever it is, and we've got it works on that, if we've got anybody that works on that at the moment. But you want to look for something, just something different. And I like to see teams do it, Ox in England, when you see them work a wee move like that for the training ground. You've seen some good goals this season that they've done it down there. So it's not about players, it's about just making it work and practicing it. Anybody can do it, Ox, you know, if it's practiced on.
I agree. We should
get the delivery right. Yeah, getting the delivery right. Yeah, I think it becomes a big part of football. You know, you've got 13 opportunities to put the ball in a mixer. You're hoping you can maybe create, say, 2 or 3 different good, decent chances. Whether the other was up for debate, and we created one, I think, from memory. That was the Lawrence one that we talked about earlier on, Stevie.
Aye. Yeah. Listen, it is what it is. We can moan. We can all moan about the corners now. I'm just nitpicking. It, but the team's done us fantastic, Ox. The team's performance last night, you could see they were up for it. You could see they were fighting for each other. You could see they wanted it. And we're just as bears, we're just nitpicking a wee bit about things that we think we could tidy up on. And you're totally right, aye. No, Southside's right, I know. We should be doing a wee bit more on that training ground. So we should a wee bit more cockiness about us. Maybe try a couple of wee different set pieces. We've got that in our locker. You know, we've got the players there to do it. We've got Tom Lawrence that can belt a ball, Big Looney can belt a ball. As he said, we could have maybe worked something for that free kick that the wee man B. Ridvan ballooned down the bar. By the way, that nearly knocked a pie out my horn. Anyway, so happy days. The Bears were back, man. We're back. I'm only nitpicking. Come on, the Teddy Bears, man. Brilliant.
Aye. Going back to my original point a few minutes ago about the difference in the team, Southside, did you think there'd be such a closeness in the league when that happened with Bill? Were you always confident we would overcome?
Well, I kept saying on here for long enough up to Christmas when people kept saying, if we could get the league down to here and down to there, and I said, how do you know, I think we could be top of the league we're in? You know, listen, he just turned around the attitude and forget. Bill wouldn't have had us in the position. And it's funny because, see, if you remember that game when he was in charge, we should have been 2 or 3-0 up at half time. Remember, Cifuentes missed an absolute sitter, and somebody else. We could have been 2-0 up in that game. But to your benefit, it's worked out that we got him out the door, because he would have been out the door at some point. It was just a prolonged agony. But no, it just shows you, Ox, we got a real manager in. You know, a guy that knows what it's about, knows how to coach players, knows how he gets success, and he's proved it when the clubs he was at when he won the leagues. And he comes in and he organises, and the players respect him. And from then on, he's just getting a tune at them, and they're all playing for him, and long may that continue, mate.
somebody's doing a decent job at Ibrox. The fact that we've got Cifuentes and Lammers away, no paying their full wages in there. But friends, to the two boys, we wish them all the best, because ultimately they're still as players as they sit at the moment, but they've got them out the club and they've got them out in loan, mate. So they're not hanging about and no playing, Stevie, yeah?
Yeah. Listen, as you said, all the best to the two boys. Are just, I mean, Cifuentes was meant to be a box-to-box player. I just never seen that. And Big Lammers, what can I say? It just never happened for the boy at all. He should never have the jersey or his heat, but I could see. But anyway, best of luck to the two boys, and whoever's the boy that's got the two deals and took you're paying half their wages or whatever the scenario is. That was a good wee bit of business, because the crowd was never ever going to. Not so much Cifuentes, but Big Lammers was getting hammered, wasn't he?
Aye. Actually, not getting results as usually a fall guy. He was getting in, obviously it went to Dessers and all, but he seems to have turned around and with a few goals, but it wasn't bad last night. It wasn't great, but people can turn it around. Southside,
Listen, if he works hard and he does what Clement's asking, and if he gets himself into positions where he takes his chances, that's the thing. He's had a few in the past and he'd failed, but listen, he's working hard. He's looking a wee bit thinner and fitter. And when he gets his chance, mate, I want him to be successful. I don't think he'll have a long-term future at the club, like some of the squad that's there. And although he's a new arrival, I don't think he will have. But as long as he's there now and he's working his socks off, and he done a lot of running, chasing down and whatnot last night, didn't get a chance to sort of have a shot at goal or be involved too much. But he worked for the team. Clement gave him a mention as well. He's got a clear vision of how he's meant to play and where he's meant to be, mate. So I just want him to succeed, mate. I want every player that goes on that part to do well for the Glasgow Rangers. But whether they stay or no will be Phil Clement's. Up to him in the future.
Aye, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. So, you happy, Bears? Happy Bears, Stevie?
I'm delighted where we are. As I said, when I phoned in the other night, I said, well, that close to them now, I need to dig my gas mask out. And listen, they've got to crack and just keep going the way we're going. Trust in the manager, get behind the team, and we'll get there. We'll get all that line.
Yeah. Stevie, Southside?
Aye, if I just expect this time next week, Ox, we'll be level in points with them. That's what I expect, if nothing else happens before then. But that's what I expect, and it's game on, mate. They're looking right. They're looking the other shooter every now all the way, and we're just going to keep chalking up the wins. And but hopefully the new additions that we get in will start to improve our team as the weeks go on, make us stronger, and there'll be first picks this week in our squad as well to make it better. And if they need it, and if they're no, then they'll be fighting to get in it. And we just need to keep the firepower and hope the players that we've got playing up front, like Cantwell, who's chipped in, there's Matondo chipping in, as we said the other week. We need these players to step up and start scoring goals. So they've started today, Ox, and long may it continue, mate. We're right in here. We're going to win this league, mate. We're going to win it.
Go on, John. Go on, you good thing, you. Listen, Ox, see just as well, we're talking about our friends across the city. Is there anything new on Follow the Money? No?
Follow the Money. Always follow the money. You know, Maro, Stevie, yeah.
Yes.
It's always been about money. Aye, I see Mr. Jackson had a wee pop in him about the so-called millions and millions are hoarded, allegedly. He said, well, they can't spend it because you never know what's going to happen. So maybe some people should wake up and smell the coffee, Stevie, yeah?
Well, listen, mate, I listen to different pods and I'm listening to Radio Clyde and you hear all these Celtic fans coming on, we've got 70 million in the bank, how's getting into spend, and because we all know, and Hugh Keevans and all these guys know, and don't tell the Celtic fans the truth. There's a court case outstanding now, and they don't know how it's going to turn out. That's how they're not spending any money, big money in players. And they know it, but they'll no talk about it, mate. And and how naive are these Celtic fans, no? And you just go to laugh.
Yeah, maybe they should wake up and smell the coffee. As long as the victim gets justice, because that's what it's all about, Southsider.
Aye, 100%, mate, aye.
Right, go back to my original point. It's always been and always has been about following the money, Southside. Follow the money, Stevie. And then you see who.
Have we been saying this on this show, follow the money? How many years?
Since it maybe started, mate. Since it maybe started. You just have to look at the value of trinkets sold in a shop. Anyway, people can walk out. Right, okay. We're getting near that time of the tunes. What are you feeling tonight, Southside? What are you feeling? What tune do you have, Fancy?
Something a bit upbeat, I would think.
Modern,
I'm sure.
upbeat.
Modernly shy, upbeat, aye.
You're more a traditionalist, Stevie, ain't you?
Aye, I hope he plays either Cock of the North or a dashing White Sergeant. How's that?
A dashing White Sergeant. Are you any good at that, man? Are you a military two-step boy?
Oh, listen, you hum it, I'll play it. No problem, Ox. No problem here, by the way.
Ox was good at the Gay Gordons at school.
He's white jacket on. He's camel.
Oh, white jacket, huh?
Oh.
I remember it was you that taught me it.
No me. Stevie.
No
me. I was in the south side. You were up in that mad north.
North of the city.
Well,
Stevie.
Don't involve me. Hey, don't involve me. I'm no into what you guys are into. Going to Bennett's the Tuesday night. No, that's Rangers are for everyone, anyone.
Where did that come from?
What's that all about? Bennett's.
I know.
Tuesday night? What was on the Tuesday night?
That's just
I would imagine what was on 7 nights a week in there. So what you going to tell me was on a Tuesday?
Oh, each to their own. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Right, so you went on a Tuesday, right? Okay, fair enough. Foxy used to go there on a Tuesday.
Here,
Last Fox. I've got a story to tell you about the great adventures of Mr. Fox, but I don't know if I'm allowed. They'll kill me.
Is there a nurse involved?
There's a nurse involved.
I know what the story is. It's a cracker. Get out.
I can't. It'll kill me.
And today by night in the... Well, no bother.
Right, get yourself a mute, because we're going to have a tune.
As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. As we go marching down the Paisley Road west, the doors and the windows open wide. You will hear the people cheer, the Glasgow Rangers boys are here. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. Blue is the colour, football is the game. We're all together, Glasgow Rangers is our name. For we are the best team in all Scotland, and Glasgow Rangers is our name. So bring on the Celtic, your Hibs and Aberdeen, your Dundee United, we're the best you've ever seen. We play hand on heart, God save the Queen. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me. It's Glasgow Rangers for me.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I think that suited both of these, a wee bit of tradition in there and a modern twist on it for you, Southside.
Good wee tune, innit? Good wee tune.
Yep, the Southside man will like that because it mentions the PR on it. The Facebook. Yep. And see the man that's singing it and wrote it, Regan Lindsay, fantastic man. And once again, thanks to Regan for all he does for all the Rangers charities. Great guy, great wee song.
And who's Regan's bathroom fitters of choice, Stevie?
Oh, that would be the Go Bathrooms, yes, without a shadow.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. Right, we could get an order coming in here for Go Bathrooms. Yeah. Coming in. A minute, should be with us shortly. Right, okay. What are you talking about? Silver. Southside, we mentioned when we were summing up again.
I've only got gold, mate, sorry.
Okay. Is that true?
Aye, fool's gold.
What are you talking about silver? I think he could be pivotal. I think we've seen he's get fitter, and last night he looked a different player. Stevie, and Southside can chip in.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, the big man's looking good. Since he's come in, I can just see him getting better, stronger, fitter. I think he's doing great for us. I really do. And I think, I'm telling you, in this run-in, the rest of this season, at the business end of this league, that boy's going to play a big part for us, I think.
Southside?
Aye, as you can see a big difference in him from when he first came in. Obviously needs time to settle, and obviously, as Clement says, it's just ironic every time we sign players, most of them need time to get a bit of fitness in them and all that. Nobody's ever ready to sort of go, are they? But no, you can see the difference, and I really thought last night when he came on, he worked his salts off, he grafted, he worked hard, he was involved, looked for the ball. He's got good close control. I'd noticed that he can take the ball sort of deep and sort of carry it ox up the park, but you're wanting him to be in round about the box and threatening and scoring goals. So he's looking sharper, and he's obviously it'll take a wee bit of time still to link with players and that, but big difference in him last night, to be honest.
All right, talking about sharper, we've been joined by Big Al. Evening, big man.
Can you hear me okay?
Hi, we can hear you, mate.
Oh, it's just I'm in her car, like, I don't know how it works.
Don't move a boot button, don't move your mic, you're killing us.
That's what I'm saying, it's not came through on the car thing, mate. £100,000 car and I can't get it to work, man. Jesus.
How you doing?
Yeah, no, I'm really good. Can I ask Southside something? Southside, see, before you came on the show, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, were you a long-time listener?
No, I wasn't a long-time listener, no.
And it's about 4.5 years, by the way, he's been on the show.
No, it's not.
Aye, it is pre-COVID, mate.
Pre-COVID, was it?
Aye.
Time flies, doesn't it?
What's your point here? Your point?
How are you doing, big man? I thought I'd come on. No, because what I was wanting to ask is I've still not told my story about the JCB, the bag of knickers and the panty sniffer. So if you ever get a chance, if you're telling the Fox one, I want to get a chance of telling my one.
I've not been,
Get Grammys
I've
and
not been
everything.
allowed to, mate. I wish I could tell the Fox one, mate. It's a belter.
Oh, my man's a belter too. That's some combination. Bag of knickers, 100 knickers and a poly bag, a JCB and a panty sniffer. It's a great
Right.
one.
Now, do I know how you use Australians tie kangaroos down?
I know. That's how I'm in
Well,
Australia.
I'll make a deal with you, all right? I'll make a deal with you. You can tell the story the night we win the league.
Right, okay. That's a deal then. Thank you, Mr. Clement, for coming in. I've only waited 10 years to tell this story. It'll be the end of Rangers Radio, or we win a few Oscars or something. One of the Tony Awards. But in all seriousness, I think the team's looking really, really good. And I was a bit disappointed with not getting an actual striker in. For the conjecture about Shanklin and whoever else. I did feel once the window closed that we never had a striker. But like I said to you the last time I phoned after the Dumbarton game, and you seen what Dessers. What I think the managers might be looking at is he's got a striker there. He's got a couple of strikers coming back for injury whenever they come back. But looking for goals throughout the front line and throughout the midfield, you know. Hopefully Cantwell can keep on the run. Matondo, he seems to be getting a couple. We've still got big Sima to come back, like, you know. So I think things are looking well for the running to the end of the league. I just want to know if you are comfortable with that, because that's what we're going to have to go with.
I also think you intimated. I know it's a long shot. It's Roof's not far away, but listen, if Silver plays like that, mate, consistently throughout the end of the season, looks a cut above anything we've got Southside.
Aye, he's like an Inzaghi type of player in the box here, isn't he? He's that kind of just sharp in the box, like. Aye.
Clever,
but do you think like a player like him, we'd be able to hold on to him, or is he just here for us to win the league, you know?
It depends on players, mate. Sometimes players, I want another year there because I'm happy. You never know in football. It's a strange one, isn't it? No, everybody's completely motivated by the maximum money they can make. Some people, happiness and quality of life is important. Southside, didn't you come?
I think we would do well, really well, to hold on to him for another season. It's a £35 million player that Wolves shipped money on, Big Al. And I think they'll probably want him back down there at the start of the season to probably see. Man, he knows the one thing they know is he's going to play in big games up here. He's in a club that it's got to win every week. He's going to be on the telly and he's showcasing every week, more or less. But big difference in him last night. Big Al worked his socks off, showed a lot more skill than what he had. Looked pretty sharp. So we just need him to go on the score sheet and sort of bang goals in. But if he can, it's good that Matondo, as we said a week or two ago, Big Al, it's good that we said we need Lawrence to be chipping in, Matondo to chip in, McCausland and the rest of them, whoever's running about Dessers if he was starting, or Silva. So we've got the two of them on the score sheet last night. And if we keep creating chances, it's just about winning games. Well, I said if we don't get a striker, we've got to go with what we've got. And everybody's got to contribute. So as they're all fighting each other to try and get in the team, Big Al, because it feels like that's what they want to do now. It's going to be positive. And the big man's leading the charge and he's leading the ship.
Aye. I'm pleased for that. Like, just one other point I was wanting to make. So the two wingers that we've brought in, Cortez boy and the other boy, they're on loan, so they're a try before you buy type of thing, yeah.
Yep. Is
that right?
Yep.
And then we paid cash for the Diamande, the midfielder.
Yes.
So so see that try before you buy type of thing, or lay by, however that deal must be signed off on maybe £2 million each or whatever it is. They're not going to put the price up if they have a phenomenal season, are they?
The devil's always in the detail, and I've heard this before. You don't know how it pans out. Look at the Tillman one. We heard a million different things. Stevie?
I like the try before you buy thing, but again, it's as Ox quite rightly says, the devil's the detail. You don't know. I mean, if they have a wonder season and then you go to get them. No, let's sell their club, bang the money through the ceiling, you know.
That's what I'm getting. Surely we've not tied their hands with things like that, because if we have, I'd rather they went out and spent the money on the wages or whatever and brought in one player that belonged to Glasgow Rangers instead of two players that you might be able to keep, you might not be able to keep, you know. That's just my personal preference. Like, I know that there's guys that deal with
it might be
money.
that straightforward. We've got a decision to make. Put £2 million in the bank. The boy stays with us. You know.
Yeah,
it might be that straightforward.
Sure.
Just
talking about straightforward. We've been joined by old Davy. Evening, David.
Oh, there he is, Smacko.
Good evening, boys. What was that? Oh, what was that one? I missed that one. Can't hear. Anyway, good evening, Ox, and welcome. And it's great to hear the Champions League's on tonight. It's fabulous, as usual. And just a wee thing for Stevie. Stevie, I got a toilet pan to go bathrooms. I'm not even bothered with it. What do I do?
What are you asking me for? I'll eat pies.
You're a cheerleader.
This is a place to be, David. They'll get you a lovely throne to sit on, especially a man at your age that keeps peeing in bed.
Bring it on, boys, bring it on. What was going to ask you? I don't know if you've heard this, but I was there on road getting a coffee, and they were giving you the news, and at the end of the news, they gave you a wee rundown on the football, and the person made a comment that says, Clermont made a statement to win the treble. I don't think that man would say that.
Oh, but of course he wants to win the treble, because he wants to win every competition he's in, Southside.
He said that last night, Davey. He wants to win every game. He said, well, didn't say the treble. He says he wants to win every game and every competition that he's in. He wants to get as far as he can. You know, he's a winner, Davey. He's a winner. You can tell. You know, and the fact that he's played football on international level, but the fact he's proven himself in the short space of time that he knows how to win. He said he knows how to win. He's telling us this story, and he's telling the team whatever it is, but he's motivating them well, and they're responding, and we're starting to show better flashes of football, which people were moaning about. We were saying we're getting the result, but the football wasn't great. Well, the football was great last night for long periods of the first half, but we went in drawing one each. So goals is what we need. Goals is what we need to win the games, mate. So hopefully the way we're playing, it'll create the chances, not just for the striker, but as the other players that were in the team last night is shown. And it's all positive, Davey. We're on a wee run now, and we just need to keep it going and just worry about ourselves. And I'm sure we'll get there in the end, and we'll pick up 3 trophies at the end of the season, mate. That treble is there for us to get, mate. It's in our grasp, and it's for us to just put the hammer down now and get it done.
Well said, well said.
Big Al still with us? Big Al? No, I think he's gone. Stevie, in you come?
Oh, what a man Big Al is, isn't he? I've got to say, what a man. I can't wait to hear this story, because we're going to win the league. I don't think there's anything wrong, Davey, with what Clermont says. I mean, he's a manager, and he's going to win every game. I don't think he's disrespected any manager pre-match talks or anything like that, and in the sense that he showed them no respect or whatever or anything like that. He's just a manager that wants to win everything, and people can take it what they like. But I wouldn't worry about what the big Phil's get. He's no daft. He's got every angle covered, the big man. I love his pressers. He does the key now. He's just want his team to win every game, every minute, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
I really don't.
David?
I agree with it, but what I just felt that they were saying it in that term, treble. I don't think he's ever mentioned that word treble. Every game, yeah. I just feel they're maybe trying to start getting into his head a wee bit. But he's that guy that's just, he gives him money and whatever that chap. That's a great thing about him.
Davey, he's a bit of a Lena Martel man. He always says one game at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
I don't think he's a guy that's going to get ahead of himself, David. You know, he wants to win every game. I mean, people, as I said, can take out what they want. I don't think he's shown any team's disrespect. He's just got expectations for his own team. He's no dissing any other team.
He's done some, Joe.
You know,
He's done some, Joe. Sorry? Somebody speak there?
No, I was just saying, obviously, don't worry, he's not giving anybody team talks, you know what I mean?
He's too shrewd for that, Southsider.
Aye. He says what he has to say, mate. He doesn't over-elaborate. Sometimes he'll explain it. I like listening to his interviews, and he tries to fling in the wee one-liners here and there, and it can be quite funny as well. But he's straight to the point, and he'll not be mugged off by any reporter when he's getting asked any questions. And he's just keeping everything the way he wants to keep it in the dressing room. And I just think he's got a fear factor and all, you know. But he's got a presence in that, and I just think he's well respected by the whole squad. That's the way I see it, Pops.
He's made some impression. I've got to be honest, David, I didn't know a lot about him. He was linked to the Rangers job, but what I've seen, I'm delighted.
Oh, I was doing it at Edmonton House today. It was mob. Some great, anybody listening, get down there, guys. There were great sales on. Can I just ask you you were debating about the sending off. Now, I've watched that a couple of. Is this, when you go in with your 2 feet off the sort of ground, is that?
There's a few interpretations of why you get a red card. If you're not in control, potential serious foul play, intent. Yeah, I think he also fell. You know, he sort of tripped, didn't he? He slid.
Yeah.
You know, so, but the referee, and I'm not sticking up for the referee because I'm not a fan, but he would say he wasn't in control. That would be his argument for a red card. And whether you like it or not, he slid. And he never made a lot of contact with the boy. But that was the reason it was. He's maybe went for the red card when he's seen it again. But there's a lot of reasons why you can get a red. Southside.
Davey, it's the one thing that the referees all look at and they say excessive force, right? How can you tackle? But what is deemed excessive force? It's come to the point where you will not be able to tackle anybody at all soon. It'll go overturned. That's just my opinion. I just know what they're like up there. I just don't think they'll overturn it. It's just all part of the season. We're breathing down their necks and they might not overturn it. But I thought when he went to VAR, Davey, I thought he might have overturned it then, because as I said earlier, I don't know if you heard, VAR obviously said to him, go and check that, because it's maybe no red, but he stuck to his decision. And the one thing I agree with is the ref better go and look at it. And if they, I'd rather the ref makes the decision, to be honest. And it went against us, because I thought when he went, he might have overturned it, but he hasn't. But it's just that rule about excessive force in a tackle, you know. And I just think when he went in, he was low. I've not really seen it back much, Dave. I've just seen it in real time. But he gave him the red, and at the time I thought he might get a red because it looked like he'd sort of hit him hard. But obviously when you're seeing it back in replays, it obviously wasn't as bad as what you thought at the game at the time.
Definitely.
Stevie?
I can only agree. I mean, I've watched that a couple of times myself. When I was at the game, I thought, wow, sending off. And then you come home and watch it, and you watch it again and again, and you're saying, it's only one foot he goes in with, is he in control? Look, it's as I said, always looking at the opposite way. If it was a Rangers player get tackled like that, I would be wanting him sent off in normal time, standing there in the stadium. But when you watch it again, is it as bad as where it looked the first time? I don't think it was.
I think we're going. That's gone, and whether we win the appeal or not, And then with the squad we've got here, hopefully we get big Stirling back as soon as possible. And maybe he'll learn for that as well, Southside.
Aye, probably, aye. I mean, it's the risk that all players get when they sort of slide in like that. No, that's what I'm saying. It's hard not to pick up bookings sometimes like that when that type of tackle's made. But aye, maybe a wee bit of he went ball, and he was just that split second late, and it was unfortunate. But I might curtail him a wee bit, Ox, and the next time maybe no dive in as much. But I thought when he came on, I thought he'd be the type. I thought that's what he would do, get in about them, put a tackle and try and shut the game out. But he didn't. Unfortunately for the beginning, he didn't last that long on the park, did he?
No, I don't think he picked it up yesterday. I can't remember who it was, but somebody left Shinny this week, and it was brilliant. I think it was a boy Cortez. Did you pick that up at the game, Stevie?
No, I didn't. What was that, Ox? I didn't see that.
They opened up and started moving, and maybe the ball Shinny. You think he was towing 2 caravans. Don't know if you noticed it, Southside. On the Govan stand.
Govan stand, aye. He was in the referee's ear all night, wasn't he? Moaning and whatever he was moaning at. I was just hoping somebody was just going to go and put one on him. No, just go in and give him it. Just to sort him out, because he was just strutting about there as if he had the right to go and keep him on at the ref or whatever. And I seen that he was having a wee go at Cantwell. They were having words, and then Dessers was at him and all, saying something. So, but no, can't he have that, Ox? No, that shouldn't be tolerated, him running about at Ibrox, carrying on like that. That's when Sterling came on. I thought, Big will sort him out. He'll just get right on to him and just give him one. What he deserved.
You alright there, Stephen?
Sorry, Ox, sorry. It's a wee choke there. A bit of Weetabix.
Weetabix at after 9 o'clock.
Oh, what a dig that was. Lovely. Can I please tell the punters a score?
Go on then.
Hibs have just scored, and it's 1-1 at Easter Road. What a dig it was. Joe Hart, dearie me. No chance of that. What a dig. One each, 59 minutes gone in the dodgy box.
Well, you never know, Southside. Didn't see that one coming, but I never seen Saturday's coming near. Saturday's coming.
No, I didn't after their result at the weekend. But yeah, that mob's no very good. This is what I've been keep trying to tell you since months ago. I kept saying, listen, they're not as good as everybody's making it. No. So, aye, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, maybe they'll score.
Listen, I'm going to go, boys. I'll leave you to do the show. I'm going to get some sharks and got the East End and let's say.
Shark attack.
You've got to make a few quid, don't you, Stevie? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I get in there well you can. Well done, Ox. Well done.
You know?
The thing is, you've got to remember that man in charge of that mob's never won there. Never won there. So.
Well, mate, continue. Right, okay, but well, that'll be us. I'll watch the clock. What do you make it, David? Find the pendulum swinging, eh?
Oh, I did see the weekend, well, just before the weekend, I said, I've got a wee feeling that that lot could slip up, and they did. And I got
Listen, I'm going to have to start listening to you. Carry on, mate.
No, it's suicide. Everybody's mentioned it. It's squeaky bum time with him, and that's we've not been able to do with him for a long time. And I said that.
I think we've got an update from our correspondent.
Sorry, Ox, sorry. No, it's nothing. Just carry on. Carry on as you were, David. Sorry for interrupting.
He ran out of Weetabix. Southside.
Weetabix. He's never eaten a Weetabix at his time, innit?
Oh,
More like a kebab or something.
By the way, it better be Kellogg's.
Aye.
They're great. Brilliant, man. Oh, come on. Oh, carry on, lads. Carry on.
What's he like? Southside, what's he like?
He can be hard work sometimes, can't he? It's hard work. But
no. He's a star. He's a
But no.
star doing that, so. Get
That's
yourself
it.
a credit.
That's it, David, we just
Oh.
come on here and do this for the love of the Glasgow Rangers, mate. That's all we do it for, you know?
I know. That's
And
how
we
you
just-
helped me up the stairs at Ibrox, wasn't
Aye, sure was. It's like help me AJ down here.
it? After telling all the reporters you've been going to the toilet.
I'm looking after Albert, now I'm looking after you.
I have to mention, I know we've covered this, but Stevie mentioned it. I mentioned it last night, actually. And Stevie sort of confirmed when he talked about when Golson was going with the tackle. The guy was all over him, pulling his jersey and everything. But I don't think the VAR will come into consideration with that, does it?
Davey, I watched it when I came in for the game, right? Me and my boy and my girl, everything. Because you know yourself, when you're in certain stands, it looks different. And everybody sees a game different. And I'm telling you, I was like, Golson, big idiot, get caught the wrong side of the boy, and the boy's nicked in between him and the keeper and put it out. But see, when you watch it time and time again, tell all the Bears out there, listen to what Big Stevie's saying now, rewind it and watch it again. Miovski's got a full fist of his jersey, and he's stopping him. He's trying to get out and tackle him, but his hands out straight, and he's stopping the big one for getting out to get rid of it. But look, you could argue the point. It shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place, but that's exactly what happened.
Can I ask you this? What's the difference between that and the goal that we scored against Celtic was disallowed at the end of VAR? The same referee. And they stopped it. I suppose it's the way they interpret the rules, but you know, that could have happened with that tackle. Well,
yeah, I get it, but let's start looking at the positives, David. I mean, it's gone and we've won the game, yeah? You know, I know what you're saying.
Definitely, aye. Marvellous result.
Aye. Look, we've got a wee while to go on the show yet. We better see if anybody else wants to come and join us. So let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yes. Davey, you're a man of a certain vintage, maybe your mid to late 40s. You've seen a lot of good players, you've seen a lot of good teams, you've seen a lot of good managers. Have you seen such a transformation in a team in such a short period of time?
You just took the words. You just answered your question there. No, I haven't. Anybody that's come in has for early doors. We were buying a buffer sale, but this has not been the case. To get that, as you said, when you're talking about, that's near enough the same team that played them at Ibrox when they get beat. So that's telling you there's something going on there.
Mm-hmm. The transformation so quick. I never thought it'd be so quick. Southside.
It's no, actually. I've just been sent something, man. It's in meltdown. They've got sacked your board and we're thinking about winning a treble. That's how quickly it's changed around there since Philip Clement's come in. No, I was just laughing there when I seen that get sent it. Aye, think about that. No, that's how mad it is, and that's how it's quickly turned round. There's your answer. They want to sack the board, and we're going for a treble.
How are the board playing?
Stroke quadruple.
Well, I think that would send them on the edge of 3/4 Dublin minutes.
Oh.
Oh, something to go to now, son, all right?
Cheers, mate. You look after yourself, Davey.
It was a pleasure talking to you guys. I'm just going to go and have a plate of Weetabix with some cornflakes and tapia.
All the best, Davey.
Good night. Take care. God bless you,
His
Gerald.
windy cleaner must have just turned up.
Good night. Love you all.
I was wanting to ask him a question before he went.
Go on then, say it anyway.
I was just going to ask him, is he still taking Viagra to stop him rolling out the bed?
Did you see his windy cleaner's video last week?
Oh, dearie. I wasn't too keen on The Apprentice either.
Oh dear, man.
Old Davey's brilliant, but come on, man. He's
Top man. Top man.
He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The day he came to Ibrox with his man, it was brilliant. No, it's good to meet him and see him again for the last time we met up and go to Ibrox with him and enjoy the game. It was brilliant.
We when we met him, we was at the do last year, and everybody was coming in one after the other, and he was getting more and more Maltesers. He was nearly great, and it was brilliant.
Oh.
It was funny. It was funny because he was, it must have left with about 6 plastic bags full of Maltesers. It was funny. You know, top man. And by the way, a top bear as well, Southside there.
Aye. I waited till he sat down in the seat, and again I gave him his Maltesers and all at the game. Just thought I'd keep it going. He was cracked up the usual, laughing and all that. Maltesers, so I know it was great to see him again. He's good. He phones up regular, mate. He's always good, but we bit apart, Davey.
Oh, he's great crack, by the way. He sat with me, Myra Hinley at the do, and fantastic crack. And the stories, the man's a veteran. The man's been round the clock twice. Brilliant.
A legend of the south side of the city.
Talking about legends, how's your snooker going today?
Aye, it wasn't bad. Is there something I should be revealing here, like?
No, I'm just asking you.
Aye. I can tell you what, Albert had a good few years' practice anyway, and he's certainly sharp. He's certainly sharp today. Took him a black ball to beat me if you want me to reveal anything. But that's as far as it's gone, aye.
5 hours, 1 frame, black ball finish, Stevie.
No. Albert had 4 years of practice. I turned up in the afternoon session.
So you know how you make a snooker table laugh? Put your hand down its pockets and tickle its balls.
That's what he's gone to Bonner South Side.
Yep. He just has to open that door and walk right in.
After 9 o'clock. You're not giving me a yellow card for that, surely.
Oh dear.
He used to have a silent tongue and an attentive ear.
Sorry.
I was going to say, explain that one, but we can't.
Right, where are we? Same question you used to. I mean, obviously, we're not up there with all Davey and that, but change our manager, Giovanni came in, Bill came in. There was times where you got that bounce, as they call it. You know, Gerrard came in, took a team that was bang average in a run of European ties, but this guy's just swatting away teams that were giving us problems. It's just, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, and I can't put it down to one thing. Stevie?
For me, mate, the guy's quietly, professionally doing the right thing. He's just chipping away. He's worried about his team. He doesn't see anything else. And he's getting his own team up and gone. And tactically, I mean, I remember when we signed him as the manager, he said he watched hundreds of hours of football and there's no a lot wrong, he says. It just things need done and tweaked. And listen, his man management skills must be absolutely brilliant. They must be absolutely brilliant, man. So for me, mate, you know, all these other managers have come in, done reasonably well and whatever at the start, but this guy he's just a different breed, mate. He's just a different breed. Gone big Phil.
Southside.
Aye. You're talking about Gio. Listen, I think Gio was tactically in Europe anyway. He certainly changed things in games and stuff and got his results. But in the league and that, for some reason, I think the players didn't always follow him. Don't know if he had that presence maybe about him and stuff like that. Bill was just Bill, wasn't he? Just didn't have a clue. And you seen Clement's just a manager, mate. That's the difference. He's just a manager, and he's got success for his formula of how he sees to set a team up and the style he wants to play. He wants to play attacking football, wants to demand, he wants to make sure that the game's take full possession in the game, control it, and we're going to be entertaining and score goals. That's what he said he wants his team to be. So I think we just need to be seeing patches there, and he's hoping that we'll just make it that bit better as we go forward with the new additions, and once they integrate into the team, hopefully we'll see that better football. But at the end of the day, mate, we just need to get the 3 points and win every week, and we can judge performances as we go along. It's just about winning. That's it. It's win.
But why are we a fitter team than we were under Bill? Who wasn't doing their job? What's changed?
Probably his demands and the way he's told them for the start, and he's got into the medical team, and he's obviously wanted to see what's going on here, and and Dr. Waller's come back as well, hasn't he, Mark? So there might be something in that, but I think he's in tune with the medical team, and I think no player really comes back that he's willing to risk them before they're really ready. And I think the training's a lot more probably demanding, and they're more at it on a daily basis at training and what they might have been in the past, which takes you into the game time. But I think he's just went in and looked at the medical side and wants to know everything about it, and I think that's what it seems to be, Ox.
Is it that simple, Southside? Stevie, sorry.
Sorry, mate, what was that?
Is it that simple?
Could be. Very much what Southside just explained to you there. It's just different training methods and different stuff. That's why we're looking a bit fitter. It could be more togetherness. It could be the fact that they want to play for Clement more than they did to him. Can I give you a wee exclusive? Well done to the Rangers ladies who won 1-0 tonight. Jane Ross with a strike. They beat Hearts 1-0 in the league. Well done to the ladies, the girls. Remember we used to get them on and do the interviews, Ox? They were good.
Aye, that was fantastic. Obviously, it's a bigger setup now. We were the first, Stevie, weren't we?
We were the first, yes. So congratulations to Big Cathy Hull, the captain, and the Rangers ladies team tonight. Their 1-0 victory.
Yeah. They're going for that league, mate. They're going for the league. They're getting closer.
Yeah, they certainly are. Oh, they're playing fantastic. They're on a run. They're on an absolute run. The wee lassie, I can't mind her name, the wee manager, but she's got them gone.
Potter.
Aye. My favourite's Big Rio Hardy up front. When she scores, they all sing, her name is Rio, and she's scored another goal. Brilliant. Well done, the woman.
He's good, isn't he? Gerard, Southside. A
man's talented, what can you say?
Aye.
Listen to her back, Dad, when your dad's back. You know this, anyway. So don't start your carry on with me, you two bullies.
Bullies? Oof.
Oh, he's good, isn't he, Ox?
Yeah. By the way, I've heard the man on the decks. He's a cracking DJ and all. You'll not say nothing, but man's good on the decks. Wasn't that Mike?
Oh, I heard when he was on the decks and you were there, all you heard was Southside.
Oh, God. Dear. Anyway, boys.
We should never do this live. Never.
No. Should be a wee pause in it, innit? Wee delay.
I've got my own seat down at HR, haven't I?
You've got to get an office to yourself.
Oh, That's what the show's all about, and it's talking about our team, having a bit of banter. My team's playing well, we're all happy, aren't we? I mean, look at the years that we've had. So just lap it up, man. Lap it up. We're coming. The Rangers are coming.
Aye. And I've got to be honest with you. I didn't see it happening. I know you said they were rotten, but I couldn't see us going in this run, Southside. It's just unbelievable. I didn't see it coming.
To be honest, right, you knew the squad that he was taking over. You knew at times that they wouldn't get it over the line. You know, they were guilty of it, and Aberdeen obviously under Beale at the time, but when Clement came in, they'd done it under Gio and all, the squad at times, so it happened. But at the moment, Clement's, he's probably just come in and it's just a total different guy. He's got no favourites. Beale was there the last time. He had favourites for when he was there with Gerrard. He knew a lot of the players and I stayed in contact with this one and that one. This guy came in, clean slate, looked at them, said he watched all the videos, looked what they were all doing, and then he's just come in and demanded that they do what he tells them to do. And he's probably good with the man management. And he's probably the boy Van der Hayden, and that's probably a big help. Alex Ray's probably a help, and the rest of them. So it's working at the moment. He's getting them to play for him, and they're starting to show performances. Option players like you said, John Lundstrom. If you'd asked anybody, I mean, a lot of people that shouted on here, Stevie's now considering changing his mind. Go back 3 months, but go back even before Clement came in, and you'd say, well, Lundstrom's contract's up in the summer. MD want to give him a contract. How many people would have turned around and said, I give Lundstrom a contract? You know? So he's changed, he's playing and he's changed him. Whether he gets one or whether the club think it'll be worth it in the long run and whatever, we don't know. But that's what he's done. He's changed him alone. He's showed that he's adapted Sterling into a position. But I think the way he talks in his interviews and the way he says players will come in and play if they show it in training. So he's telling them, you need to be on it. And that's what we need, a manager that's fully in command of the dressing room and the ship. And he's certainly in command, mate.
Stevie?
Oh, mate. I'm shattered here anyway. Aye. No, that's it. Everything the South Side said, I can only back him up because I missed the listing. Sorry, lads. Sorry. Horns up. Sorry. Honestly.
It must be a drum chapel thing, Southside. They can't concentrate for the whole show.
Aye. I can imagine these nerves must be shot at the moment. I can imagine. Somebody's are actually concentrating on the show. His mind must be elsewhere, but that's all right.
Listen,
he must have had a Weetabix.
Or milk.
That's right. If it was my school teacher, it would say on the report card, must do better. I'm sorry, lads. I'm sorry. I've let you.
Listen, we'll not report the HR. We've never done it. Other people do.
Aye. Oh, dear. I couldn't get any more hate mail if I tried. My letterbox is done in me. You know. But anyway, listen, lads, sorry, I was away somewhere else there because you know this game the night out in Edinburgh. I can't believe how Hibs are they beating this, Bob. They've had cert after cert. Unbelievable stuff. But anyway, getting back to the show. Sorry, guys.
We've joined the William. Evening, William.
Evening, Oaks. Evening, brothers.
Yes.
Who's complaining about the referees? Who's that? Who was that?
Me.
Me too. Me too. I'll tell you, the two big points in the game. I think Sterling's not a red card because the key to it is that he slipped, and that takes away the intentional. That takes away the deliberate. So for me, he slipped. It's a yellow card. And their goal should never have stood. And I think if Golson and Butland had went to the referee and complained when the ball went in the net, they'd have looked at it in the VAR, and to me their goal would have been chopped off. There's no way you can allow him to have his arm across the throat of Golson and a full hand for his shirt. He's holding him off the ball. You can't allow him to do that and stick the ball in the net. You just can't allow that.
No, I agree.
No way. No way.
I agree. I watched it. Yep, I agree with you, caller. I watched it and I said to myself, look at the Hornfair shirt he's got, and he's got a straight arm. And because Coulson's trying to get to him, and he can't because the arm's across his throat. But
that's right.
None of the two of them complained. See if that's the other mob. The whole team's at the referee. That's the difference.
Cartos's boys will be joined by Denver, even in Denver.
Oh, Denver.
Good afternoon, guys. How we doing if we only had the Rangers over here?
How you doing, big man? Good to hear you.
Aye, it's good stuff. Good stuff last night, eh? Excellent. Good stuff.
Yep. What's on your mind, Denver?
I'm thinking, Ox, is all we need to do at this moment is we could get a striker, a guy you could guarantee you can get goals every week. That would make all the difference, you know, because I don't know how many games. I'm delighted to win 2-1, but I mean the amount of chances we had last night again, you know, it just.
Did we have a lot of chances last night, mate?
Aye, well, you know, there's that one Matondo, right? Just after he scored, and he went, it was two minds, wasn't he? He didn't know whether to shoot or square it.
Aye.
And then big Dessers as well, you know. These are all easy chances. The one Matondo took was easy, was harder than it was the other one he chance he had, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The set up at the moment, I'm totally delighted. What delighted me more than anything else was the fans. They stuck to the very end last night. That was great to see, you know.
Aye, created an atmosphere, Southside.
That was the one thing last night. The atmosphere was really, really good. Denver, players were up for the start as well. You could see it even when we scored the first goal. Matondo should have scored. He should have buried it. He should have buried it, Denver. And that goal two up so early, I think they would have probably crumbled and we could have kept the tempo right up on top of them. But we're hoping that other players will contribute. You can't solely rely on probably Dessers and Silva, but Silva looked good last night, Denver. His work rate was really good in that, and hopefully maybe he'll get into more scoring positions when he starts and start to hit the back of the net, along with Dessers. He looked a bit more mobile last night, a wee bit slimmer, to be honest, when I seen him. But you just want anybody that goes in the blue jersey, mate, to put the ball in the back of the net for the Rangers. So we've got the tempo, we've got momentum. He's getting a good response with them, and we just need to keep chopping up the wins. We said on here a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the next 10 games, and we said we'll see where we are in 10 games' time and see how far we might be in front by then, hopefully. Because I believe we've got the momentum, mate, and we just need to keep it going.
Denver, your point on the centre forward, we might have started. Listen, we had to see that much of the boy Silva, and it was only half an hour last night. I think he showed enough that he could be an asset, mate.
He gets his shell about there, then he's got great control of the ball and all that, and runs about all that front line, you know. I like him. I think we're going to get a few goals for him, you know, this season, you know. I mean, another thing on my mind was, remember at the start of the season we were whining because we wouldn't shoot, and last night proved that when you have two shots for the edge of the box and then there's somebody following up, incredible that. See the poise and the balance that boy had to get himself into that position to shoot that away, man. That was fantastic finish, man. Great finish.
Good finish. It was a great shot by Lawrence also. William.
Aye, that was a great shot for Lawrence. 30 yards. Good 30 yards. I mean, he was left it there on his own. They must have thought. I don't think they've done their homework on him. Because we know he's capable. He's a special player. I mean, Man United. He really cracked it, and the keeper. A lot of keepers wouldn't have held that. I don't know. A lot of keepers would have held it. Cantwell on his toes. Cantwell was a great game, and the boy McCausland, the energy of that boy, the running that boy done, the ground that boy covered. All right, we know he's not the finished article, and folk are saying, okay, he's a wee bit wet behind the ears in certain things, but my God, that boy's the energy. And notice the team, they're all running about with a big smile on their faces. They're all loving it. They're all loving it. And that boy Silva, he'll be wishing he came up here 10 years ago. Same as Cantwell. Same as Defoe. I think sure Defoe said that. He was wishing he was up here 10 years ago. 10 years before he came up. The manager's doing an amazing job. Absolutely amazing job.
Yes.
I think he reads the players, every single player. I think he spends time talking to the players. What's your problem? What's wrong? What's right? Until he gets it right. And look what he's done with Cantwell. He's put him in the right position. He's given him a wee bit of freedom. Cantwell's been amazing lately. Absolutely amazing. I think he's world class. Cantwell at his best. I really think so.
Well, I think that's a bold statement. I think back to Easter Road and I think back to St Mirren. I think he's had a bit of form. He looks fitter. He scored 4 in 5 games. But listen, long may it continue. He's got ability. Cantwell, Southside.
He's kicking on now, William. You know, he's playing in that number 10 role. That's what we're looking for. He's probably doing a bit like he did at when we first signed him in the second half of the season. He kicked on with Raskin. So he's in a bit of form. He's hitting goals. He's following the ball and he's been involved in a lot of the play. He's worked his socks off, chasing down and looking for the ball. And that's what we've been looking for, just an upturn in his form. Because, like we say, we've not got the striker that we could say before he takes apart, he'll probably score 1 or 2 today, you know. So we're looking for the whole team to contribute, and it's a team effort, as Clement keeps telling us. Everybody's to contribute. So if Cantwell's chipping in and we're getting Matondo on the score sheet and Lawrence is close to scoring and that, as long as they put the ball in the back of the net, William, that's all that matters for us. But he's doing well now, and long may it continue, mate. He's getting a turn out of him, and he seems happy in that position.
I had to laugh at their manager at the end when he said he was delighted with their performance.
I thought their manager had the line in the night when he said at 75-year-olds you can only take 1 game at a time. I thought it was a brilliant line. Denver.
That was good stuff. I like that. Aye, good stuff. I think Cantwell, you know, he had a wee bit of off-field problems, and we never knew exactly what had happened there. But I think his mind's a wee bit more at rest, because you know yourself, if you've got off-field problems in your work, you can't concentrate on what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm up for it. I like the wee guy. He brings up a sparkle to the team, you know. I like him a lot.
Is he a better player with Lawrence beside him? Or, I'll say that again, is he a better player with another football player beside him, if that makes sense? Stevie? Southside. Must be a drum champion, I think.
He's probably collapsed there. I forgot what he said. What did you say?
Is he better be a football player than Cantwell?
90 minutes.
Oh dear. The Southside, is he better than... Sorry, I've lost it here. Let's just...
Cantwell's playing well now.
Is he better than there be a football player beside him so that it's no on him? I mean, there's a lot of games at Ibrox people have been saying for a long time that we need 2 sitters. Yeah? And that's a point against a lot of the teams who play if we like the low block. Yeah?
I think at Ibrox we've got to get as many creative players on the park that can unlock the low sitting block. I've always said that. You know, we need that. You can't just rely on one player. So that's what I think we should at Ibrox. Even if you have to sit with the 2 Ox, you need one of them to get forward. And Lundstrom's managed to go forward and put some balls in and set up some goals. Even though he's a holding player. So even though you call them 2 holding players, it doesn't mean to say that the 2 of them need to sit all the time, especially at Ibrox against certain teams. You should be able to let them go, you know.
Aye. Listen, you need you're getting the blend right. Horses for courses. Is that fair, William?
Oh, absolutely. I think Cantwell and Lawrence they're on a different wavelength, if you know what I mean. They're slightly a class above. They're special players, I think. And they've got a wee bit more, you know, football intelligence about them.
Aye.
And Lawrence is more, you know, what do you call him? The big man beside them, the Scouser. What do you call him?
Lundstrom.
Eh?
John Lundstrom.
Lundstrom. He'll dig away, and he's a tough tackler, and he's doing a lot of dirty work in there. But I think Lawrence and Cantwell, they're special players. I tell you something about the VAR. The guy who's on the VAR, Greg Aitken, he's a Kilmarnock man. He's a die-hard Kilmarnock man, and he doesn't like Rangers, and he doesn't like Torbert Thistle with a passion. But him and Robertson came up through the juniors together. They came up through the ranks together. So they've been together for many years. And I was a wee bit surprised that he got him to go and look at for the sending off. I thought, that's his pal, he'll no bother. And then I was really surprised that the referee didn't go along with Greg Aitken. I was very surprised at that.
It's done now. We won the match. We won the match. The difference makers, the players, Cantwell, Lawrence types, Denver, you know. He's got a lot of players. I mean, the new boys that came on last night, we've not seen much of them. But the initial thoughts are they can play Denver.
The boy Cortez, he's got a smart head on him. You see there's a pass he made late on in the game there, and he didn't even look up. I can't mind who he passed it to, but man alive, it took me by surprise as well, you know. We're looking good. We're looking good. I like that end, that, you know, where we Big Sterling on and all that. I think Big Sterling could be ultimately Lundstrom's replacement, and I'd love to see Sterling, Cantwell and Lawrence in the midfield. That's what I'd love to see.
All right, okay. Last word to your good self, Denver. Going to wind up the show.
Just all the best, guys, and keep up the good work. I just got my right knee replaced last week, so I know I've got 2 new knees, so I can get back to the altar boy position I took up for many years. Okay, mate. Okay. William, last word.
All right, great show, guys. Keep up the good work. Just because, don't think I'm not phoning in all the time, I'm not listening. I'm listening all the time. You're doing a great job, and with the Rangers fans, we appreciate it. You could hear it last night.
Cheers, mate.
All the best.
Big Stevie.
Thanks for having us, Ox. Fantastic night again, talking about the team. It's great when we're in a good place. Thanks for being on with it's good to be on with Southside as normal. It talks a lot of sense. I don't tell him that in the terracing right enough. I always tell him on here. But thanks a lot. Great wee platform. And it's a place to do it. Cheers for having us, mate.
Cheers, and all the best to everyone that go bathrooms. Southside.
No, it's good to be on the night again and with a big mucker. It always feels at home on a Wednesday night when I'm on with a big one. Good, mate, just good to come on and talk about the Rangers. We're in a good place. And every Rangers fan out there, we know when we play our next league game, we'll be levelling points with that mob. So that's the thing we've got to look forward to after that game that night. We'll be levelling points, and then the battle fever's on. Let's get this job done. Big Phil's at the wheel. Players are starting to play, and we're in a good place. So that's it, mate. It's time to go. We've got a treble to go for, and I'm sure we'll get it at the end of the season. And hopefully, a wee bonus would be all the way to Dublin, but we know that's a bit of an ask, but you never know. So thanks for having us on, mate. Thanks very much.
Listen, thanks to old Davey who joined us. Big Al, Denver. So we'll do Denver and Australia. And of course, Willie who came in for Deepest Ayrshire. Thanks to Southside and Big Stevie for doing the show. Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. Everybody for listening. Rangers Radio will be back 8 o'clock tomorrow night talking about all things Rangers. Never forget, we are the people. Speak to you all soon. Take it away, Old School Blue.